morning all. So today actually we will see the historical background of communication system. So as in these slides you can see, to understand a science it is necessary to know its history. That statement is given by the Auguste Comte. Okay. So really, this one is my personal observation or personal feelings, and you can say that this one is my personal recommendation or suggestion for you people. In future, whatever technique, technology, idea you are going to study or explore, so at first you should try to explore the origin of that things, how that particular technique or things has been gradually evolve from its very first time, ancient time to up to now. So in this way, you are basically able to understand the each and every aspect of that particular technique or things in a very clear or understanding way. Okay, so let's as per my personal observation, we are also going through the historical background of any communication system, especially communication system. Okay, so firstly we will try to explore the communication in ancient times. Okay, then we will see the communication between era of 1500 to 1800. Then during ancient time, what was the throwback or major development technique? We will explore that one. Then in current time, we will see one by one, and at last we will see the major development of communication system current time. Okay, so let's start this development. So in ancient time, in first line, of course this one is a you can say that a slide reading process, nothing else. If anything will be I should if I thought anything should I will explore, then definitely I will do it. Okay, so right now I am just start to reading the slide. So the first means of communication was of course the human voice, but about 3200 BC a writing was invented in Iraq and Egypt. Okay. Later on it was invented about 1500 BC in China. Other civilizations in Central America like the Mayans also invented systems of writing. Okay. The next big step was the invention of the alphabet in what is now Israel and Lebanon about 1600 BC. In the ancient world, many civilizations, including Egypt, Assyria, Persia, Rome, and China, had efficient postal systems to deliver messages to parts of their empires using relays of horses. Okay, means by using sending the horse or person through horse, they are expediting the message. Okay. So in also in the ancient world, people wrote on papyrus or parchment. However, the Chinese invented paper about 200 BC. The knowledge of how to make paper passed to the Arab, and in the Middle Ages it reached Europe. Okay, so communication system during era of 1500 to 1800, the major improvement in communication was the invention of printing. The Chinese invented printing with blocks in the 16th century AD, but the first known printed book was the Diamond Sutra of 686. In Europe, in the mid 15th century, John Gutenberg invented the printing press, which made books much cheaper and allowed newspaper to be invented. William Caxton introduced the printing press into England in 1476. Okay. The first newspapers were printed in the 17th century. The first newspaper in England was printed in 1641. However, the word newspaper was not recorded until 1670. That means the documentations available for newspaper is onward 1670. Okay, the first successful daily newspaper in Britain was printed in 17 1702. Meanwhile, European monarchs set up postal services to carry their messages. In France, Louis XI founded one in 1477, and in England, Henry VIII created the Royal Mail in 1512. In 1635, to raise money, Charles first allowed private citizens to send messages by royal mail for a fee. Meanwhile, the pencil was invented in 1564. So the major development or major invention in the ancient history maybe uh, according to this list is 3200 BC, writing is invented in Iraq. 1600 BC, the alphabet is invented in Lebanon and Israel. 200 BC, paper is invented in China. Okay, so 1445 AD, Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. So this one is the you can say that major development in the ancient history, invention of printing. Okay. In 1476, William Cranstoun introduced the printing press into England. 1512, Henry VIII created the Royal Mail. 1635, King Charles first allows private citizens to send messages by royal mail for a fee. 1665, the first real English newspaper is printed. 1619, the first American newspaper is printed. 1702, the first successful daily newspaper in England is published. 1752, the first Canadian newspaper is published. 1783, the first daily American newspaper is published. 1785, Daily Universal Register is printed. In 1788, it is renamed as The Times. In 1791, The Observer is founded. So now in the current time, of course, it's 200 years back. I think 215 years back, 50 years back almost. But we consider it current time in our perspective because nowadays radio, telegraph, all those things are used. Not telegraph, but radio are mostly used, as you know. So in current time, major invention is telegraph. It is invented by the Samuel Morse in 1844. Okay. So this one basically transmitted by the Morse electric telegraph. Okay, Morse code is nothing but it's a variable length code, that is a dot, a dash, a letter space, a word space, etc. Okay, so next major invention was radio. It was invented in 1864 by the James Clerk Maxwell, and that basically formulated the electromagnetic theory of light, predicted the existence of radio wave. In 1887, Heinrich Hertz, the existence of radio waves was confirmed experimentally, and I think that this due to this Heinrich Hertz, nowadays frequency unit is renamed or given Hertz. Okay, so in 1994, Oliver Lodge that basically invented the wireless communication over a relatively short distance, that is the 150 yards. In 1901, wireless communication over a long distance for 1700 miles was invented. In 1906, conducting the first radio broadcast. In 1918, invented the super heterodyne radio receiver. You will see this super heterodyne receiver in AM. Okay. In 1933, Edwin H. Armstrong invented or demonstrated the another modulation scheme, that is known as the frequency modulation. It's a modulation, not modulation. Okay. And in ancient history also, the major throwback invented technology was telephone. In 1875, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Okay. In 1897, A.B. Stoger devised the automatic step-by-step switch. Okay. Then after that, the major invention was electronics. In 1904, Johnson Abbott Elming invented the vacuum tube diode. 1906, Lee De Forest invented the vacuum tube triode. All this vacuum tube diode, triode might be you have already studied in your 12th class physics, but you will also all cover this topic in basic electronics or might be in EDC subject, electronics device circuit. Okay. So in 1948, Walter H. Brittain William Shockley Bell Laboratory invented the transistor. Okay, transistor. Sorry, as you know, transistor is the one of the major or that the most demanding awaited technology that times in 1948. In 1958, Robert Noyce invented the first silicon integrated circuit, that is the IC. Okay, integrated circuit. Then after that, major invention was television. In 1928, Philo T. Farnsworth introduced firstly electronic television system. In 1929, all electronic television system was invented, and 1939, broadcasting television service on commercial basis has been introduced in the market. So current time is continuing. So in this series, further major invention was digital communication. In 1928, Harry Nyquist given the theory of signal transmission in telegraphy. In 1937, Alex Reeves invent pulse code modulation. 1958, in Bell Laboratory, first call through a stored program system was invented. In 1966, Morris, Illinois, first introduced the commercial telephone services with digital switching. Okay. The concept of digital switching was introduced in 1960. Okay. You will see switching is a very important concept in data communication or in internet world. So in 1962, Bell Lab, the first P1 carrier system transmission was installed. In 1943, matched filter for the optimum detection of unknown signal in additive white noise. In 1944, Claude Shannon, the theoretical foundation of digital communication was laid. Okay. Again, current time is continue. Then major throwback invented technology is the computer network. So major invention was computer network. Okay, so you can see in duration 1943 to 1946, Morey School of Electrical Engineering of the University of Pennsylvania invented the first electronic digital computer. Then later on in 1950, computer and terminal started communicating with each other. Then later on in 65, idea of adaptive quantum equalization was invented. Then in 82, efficient modulation techniques were introduced. Then in during 50 to 70, various studies were made on computer network. Okay. Then during 71, Advanced Research Project Agency Network ARPANET first put into the service. Okay. Actually, this one ARPANET is the backbone of internet system. You will study in future this thing. Okay. In 1985, ARPANET was renamed the internet, as you can see. In 1990, Tim Berners-Lee proposed a hypermedia software interface to internet, World Wide Web. Okay. So further. Then later on, satellite communication was also one of the important inventions during that time. In 1945, C. Clark studied the use of satellite for communication. In 1955, Johnson R. Pierce proposed the use of satellite for communication. 1957, the Soviet Union introduced the Sputnik first, then Explorer 1, then Telstar 1. Okay. Also, one of the major invention during current time is the optical communication. Yeah, due to this optical communication, we are able to connect in the internet world. So, in 1966, proposed the use of a clad glass fiber as a dielectric waveguide. In during 1959 to 1960, the laser has been invented and developed. So here major development in the current time has been listed one by one. That is the in 1896 first practical wireless telegraphy system based on radio. 1900 first television displayed only black and white images. Over the next decades, color television were invented, showing images that were clearer and in full color. 1914 first North American transcontinental telephone calling service was introduced. In 27 television. In 27 again first commercial radio telephone services. In 30 first experimental video phones. In 34 first commercial radio telephone services in Japan. In 36 world's first public video phone network. In 46 limited capacity mobile telephone services for automobile. In 47 first working transistor. See history of the transistor. In 50 semiconductor era begins. Okay, so in 56 transatlantic telephone cable. In 59 MOSFET was introduced, that is a metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. In 62 commercial telecommunication satellite. In 64 fiber optical telecommunication. In 65 first North American public video phone network were introduced. In 69 computer networking. 72 discrete cosine transform digital media data compression. In 73 first modern era mobile phone. 4 internet. In 79 INMARSAT chip to source satellite communication. Then 81 first mobile telephone network. Then 82 SMTP email, simple mail transfer protocol email. Okay. In 98 mobile satellite handheld phones. In 2003 VoIP internet telephony, that is the voice over internet protocol. Okay, so till now we have seen the various development of communication system from very ancient time to up to now. And majorly we have here categorized in ancient development of in ancient type communication development and current time development of communication. Okay. So in any communication system, we have to fulfill the some criteria or some requirement, or you can say that our communication system must fulfill the few criteria. So what are those criteria that any communication system fulfill? We will see firstly that things. So those criteria are rate of information transfer, purity of signal received, simplicity of the system, and reliability. So what do you mean by the rate of information transfer? Means whatever communication system you will consider, that communication system must able to transfer or must able to handle some amount of data that will carry through which. Okay, so here we can see the rate of information transfer is defined as the amount of information that must be communicated from source to destination. Means how much amount are parallelly transferred from one place to another place. Okay, it will determine the physical form and technique used to transmit and receive information, and therefore determines the way system is designed and constructed. So second requirement is that receive signal should be pure. So what do you mean by the receive signal should be pure? The received signal must be same as the transmitted signal. Means whatever signal is being transmitted by the source point, the same signal should be received. Means the replica should be same. If replica will be changed, the message will be changed. Okay. Suppose if I am sending from source side to Ram, and suppose if its replica will change, then it becomes Shyam. So in communication system, POT signal means attenuation can be allowed. However, it is also not allowed, but attenuation can be allowed, but distortion cannot be tolerated in any cases. Distortion means change of shape of signal. Change of shape of signal means if you are saying Ram, then other side people will listen Shyam. Okay. So purity of signal received means the received signal must be same as the transmitted signal means the received signal must be a replica of the transmitted signal. Okay. And third one is the simplicity of the system. What do you mean by the simplicity of the system? Any communication system must be convenient in order to be effective and efficient and easy to use. So system should be easily understandable by users. That means that should be simple. This thing should not be too much complex. Okay, so next one is the reliability. So user must be able to depend on a communication system. It must work when needed and transmit and receive information without error or with the acceptable errors. So whatever communication system you have taken, that system must be reliable. Whenever you need that system must help to you. Okay. So the key element of any communication system is previously we have seen one is the sender, second one is the channel, and third one is the receiver. When we try to explore this thing little bit more, then we can see in a sender side we have a input message, we have a input transducer, we have a transmitter and channel, and also at the receiver side we have a receiver, we have a output transducer and output messages. Okay. So so element of communication system is continue input transducer. What do you mean by the input transducer? To convert the message to a form suitable for the particular type of communication system. Means the whatever message is with the user that cannot be directly transmitted in the channel. Okay, that should first convert in the suitable form according to the communication system. Suppose in speech waves, at first it is converted into the voltage variation by using the microphone. So remember the user who want to send the message, so that exact message, actual form of that message cannot be directly transmitted. That message at first converted into the suitable form of our communication system, and for this we use the transducer. Yani ki we can say that transducers are basically convert the original message into suitable form in which it is going to transmit. Okay, transmitter process the input signal to produce a transmitted signal that suited the characteristic of the transmission channel. Now you have converted your original message into the requirement of our system. Now this signal means converted required signal again cannot be directly transmitted in the channel. That should be converted according to the characteristics of features of the channel. Means whatever we have a channel, according to that channel signal should be again converted. So here we can see that example modulation and coding and comes under this, and by using modulation and coding technique we are able to convert the converted signal into according to requirement of transmission channel. Okay, so here also come amplification and filtering. Further, channel, that is a transmission media, a medium that bridges the distance from source to destination. Example, atmosphere, that is free space. Okay, coaxial cable, fiber optics, waveguide, okay, etc. So basically transmissions as we have as we have earlier discussed, channel is basically two types. One is the guided channel, and second one is the unguided channel. Guided channel is basically wireless channel, and guided channel is basically wired channel, and unguided channel is basically wireless channel. So in guided channel, further it is categorized in two-state pair, coaxial cable, fiber optics as here you can see. Here you can see guided and unguided media, that is the wide media, and it is further categorized in twisted pair, coaxial cable, fiber optics cable. Twisted pair is further again categorized into sealed twisted pair and also unsealed twisted pair, STP and UTP. UTP stand for unsealed twisted pair and STP stand for sealed twisted pair. So unsealed twisted pair is a very low cost cable, and that is extensively used for the LAN and telephone line. Okay, and generally transmissions range of this cable is near about 100 meters. Means you can say that the length of unsealed type of twisted, they are having near about 100 meter, and they are able to handle very low rate of data. Suppose 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps, and that is mostly used for the LAN cable. Okay, and in this twisted pair, again second category is STP, sealed twisted pair, and sealed twisted pair having the greater length than unsealed one, and this one is basically used for the fast Ethernet and gigabyte Ethernet. Okay, and next one is the coaxial cable. Mm, in a UTP, you have here the RJ45 female and RJ45 male. These are the basically connectors. Okay, that are twisted pair connector. So next one is the coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is majorly used for the cable TV, thin Ethernet, and thick Ethernet. Okay, so coaxial cable are able to handle large amount of bandwidth than twisted pair. The next one is the fiber optics cable. Fiber optics cable is again able to handle very large amount of data compared than twisted pair and coaxial cable, and fiber optics cable length may be 1,000 kilometer. Actually, fiber optics cable are used to connect the internet from one continent to another continent. Fiber optics cable has been deployed to under the sea. Okay. Similarly, in unguided or wireless media, we have a radio wave, microwave wave, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma ray, etc. Okay, you can see the range of available frequency for wireless communication is the radio wave to gamma wave. Okay, so this one is the, in case of radio wave, we have a long wavelength but very low frequency. In case of gamma rays, we have a short wavelength and very high frequency. Okay, so now come to our main slides. So signal which is traveling through the channel should be noise free, interference free, distortion free. Okay, so transmission system, any transmission system can be evaluated according to the five main criteria. Now, one is the capacity. That means how much information can be travel at a time. Means capacity is measured in terms of bandwidth. Means how much means channel should support more and more bandwidth. Okay, distance is also one of the major criteria, that how much distance our signal is going to cover. Means in how much distance two parties are sitting to each other. Okay, then cost, which includes the installation, operation, and maintenance. Again, this one is the again major criteria. How much installation cost is there, how much operating cost is there, how much maintenance cost is there, and that is depend on the according to channel characteristics, like guided or unguided media, or that is also depend on the according to distance where two party has been seated. Means how much distance signal should cover. Okay, then performance means how efficiently and how accurately you are able to use your system. Means performance of any communication system should be best. It's should be reliable. You can say that it should not be fail when wherever we need it. Security. Also, our communication system. Also, it is expected from our communication system that it should be secure. Means whenever a message is travel from source to destination during that period of time, no anybody is able to tamper with the content of information. Okay, so this system should be secure. So in any communication system, it is expected that this system should able to meet the following criteria. Those criteria are capacity, distance, cost, performance, security, and etc. Okay, so the two main category of channel commonly used are, as we have discussed, line means conducted media. The channel is made of metallic cable such as coaxial cable, twisted pair, parallel wires, and others, or fiber optics cable. So basically, guided media provide a pipeline. Okay, some conductor, some conduct from one device to another device. Okay, a signal traveling along any of these media is directed and constrained by the physical limit of the medium in case of the line. Okay, and second one is the free space, that is the radiated media. This is the medium where the transmission of signal is carried out by the propagation of electromagnetic wave. The main application are in radio broadcasting, microwave, and satellite transmission system. Okay. So element of communication systems depend on the losses, means which kind of the transmission system we are using, that depend on the losses, or basically we call it channel impairment. Means our system, our channel is how much impaired with respect to attenuation, distortion, and noise. We will see more depth in later section. Okay, so in our basic element of communication system, next one is the receiver, that are basically used to extract the desired signal from the output channel and to convert it to form suitable for the output transducer. Okay, you have remember when we start to send our message, then that message cannot be directly sent. It first it is converted according to the suitability of our communication system by using transducer. Then again this converted signal is converted or modulated or encoded according to the suitability of our channel. Then again receiver side, this modulated or encoded signal is converted back, means demodulated or decoded, and then again after receival this demodulated signal is converted back to the original form. Okay, so this one is the receiver and output transducer. As you can see, the receiver to extract the desired signal from the output channel and to convert it to a form suitable for the output transducer. Example, demodulation, decoding. Other functions performed by it is amplification and filtering. Amplifications means if signal strength is reduced then desired one, then by using amplification method we regenerate the amplitude of that signal. And filtering means we try to avoid if any kind of noise is received with that signal, then by using filtering system we are able to remove that unwanted signal which has been unwantedly received with the signal. And output transducer basically convert the electrical signal as its input into a form desired by the system used, by example loudspeaker, personal computer, and tape recorder. Okay, so today we are closing our class here, and further things like channel impairments, where attenuation, distortion, and noises, interference are come, we will see in later on class. So in this class we have basically seen the historical development of our communication system. Then we have seen the what are the major criteria or things that any communication system should meet, where we have seen the rate of information transfer, purity of signal received, simplicity of the system, and reliability. Okay, then we started the deal with the basic element like input transducer, transmitter, output transistor, transducer, receiver, channel, etc. Okay, so basic main criteria that should meet by communication system is also the capacity, distance, performance, security, cost, which include the installation, operation, and maintenance. So, okay, we are closing our session here. Have a nice day, all of you.